So according to my calculations, you made the playoffs 9 times as a coach.
Yeah,
This is the seventh time you've made the third round. I mean, each of the last 5 times you've made
yeah,
the third round. I
yeah.
know what you're going to say, but are you proud of that? I mean, you got to be proud of that.
Yeah, of course I'm proud of that. Yeah, I mean, I think I said it last night. I never take even getting in the playoffs for granted. I think my path into the NHL, where I missed the playoffs the first 3 years I worked in the league, um, you never take it for granted. And, I don't take those deep runs for granted either. And I think you look around the league and you see, franchises that celebrate a series win or, two series wins. To be in the Final Four, that many times is really a privilege. Just gotta try and end up in the top spot one of these times.
Well, I know that's what matters most, but
Yeah,
I want to throw some other numbers at you, see what you care about, right?
yeah,
Like 86 wins. You're like one win from top 10. You tie Coop for top 10. You got 17 series wins. That's seventh, tied for seventh all time with Mike Keenan. You're one behind John Cooper and Daryl Sutter. Like,
yeah.
what do you care about? Like the series wins, the total wins, all of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like what
Yeah.
matters to you?
Well, what matters to me is just is honestly the journey. When you get to go deep in the playoffs, and obviously haven't won the whole thing, but whether that deep is a conference final or a final, you galvanize with a group and a team and a bunch of men together through that journey because it's so hard and it takes so much sacrifice, both personally and on the ice. And that's just that's the juice that we coach for, and there's nothing better.
How much is a driving force in the room as well? I think you have four of the top five players in games played who haven't won the cup yet.
Yeah,
And I mean, it just seems like there's that. It's unspoken, but I mean, there's a drive there from these
yeah,
guys.
yeah. It's unspoken, but it's there, and there's a lot of guys that would I think love to see those guys reach the ultimate goal. And there's some special people and athletes in that group you're talking about there. So it's definitely a motivating factor.
Hearing what Parisi said last night, do you feel there's a bunch of people around the league who are supporting you and these other players as well? It
Yeah.
just seems like there's a lot of good vibe out there for these players.
Yeah, you know what, the league is a it's the best league in the world in my mind. It's the best place to work. And I said it last year when we lost to Vegas. If we couldn't win, there was a bunch of men there that I coached that I really wanted and hoped would win. And I think you see that around the league. If you can't be doing it, there's a lot of other people there that you develop relationships with over the years in this league that you would like to see win. So yeah, that was special to hear Zach say that. Obviously,
You get a couple of days off here between rounds. How important is that to your group in terms of rest and
yeah,
injuries and all of that?
critical, critical. I think if we'd have gone 7 again, and moved on and started again, 24 hours later, I really think we're starting to run on fumes here at the end of this round. And you can fill your tank up pretty quickly with a 4 or 5 day break. So critical break for us.
Does that mean you're rooting for Edmonton to win tonight and extend the series to
No,
seven?
no, I'm just rooting. I was rooting for the fact that we finished this in 5 or 6, so that whether we're getting a break right now anyway. Whether it's 3 or 4 days or 5 or 6 days, we're getting what we need.
It's all speculation, hypotheticals, but do you think Rope could have played in Game 7, or that would have been a game time decision?
I would say doubtful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've asked you this question going back to San Jose, but you love the particular challenge of the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? Planning for one team night after night,
Yeah.
making adjustments. Like you,
Yeah.
you get out.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh, I love the fact that you're playing one opponent and you can dial in and and for me, it's sifting through everything and finding the two or three things that are really important in your mind in the series to win, and making sure your team understands that and executes. And I thought we did this series against Colorado. For me, it was shutting down the rush, number one rush team basically in the league all year. I thought we did it wasn't perfect, but the nights we lost, we didn't. The nights we won, we did, and we did it enough to win the series. And there was a couple other things in there that we concentrated on, but yeah, I enjoy that part of the planning.